Oh. Gentlemen, lady, how's everybody doing this evening?
We doing fine, champ. You ready for next week?
Ready? Yeah. I'm ready.
All right, man. Welcome to another episode of Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, man. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, a wonderful week so far.
I know I didn't see that movie.
Put me in the right mood.
Yeah. And I promise y'all, I have seen that movie since I was like the age of 4. I probably have seen that movie 75 billion times.
Yeah,
right.
Jack.
When you got it on VHS and DVD and digital,
you winning.
You out here winning for real. I'm telling you. But I want to welcome everybody who's listening to another episode of the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast. I am joined by my co-host, E. Digger, Kevin the Great, and Quinn up in the building. And so we have a very interesting topic with an S today. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff, a little bit of current events. We're going to get into some stuff. I really want to get a feel of how the guys feel. But before we get into all that, I just want to introduce some stuff. All right. So, of course, you can listen to this podcast on WLEO 26.7 on the internet radio dial. Make sure that you go ahead and download the Zenu app. That's ZENO.FM. WLEO 26.7 online radio, and do a search for us, and you'll be able to catch this podcast on Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern. What is so darn funny? I missed that whole thing. Now,
like a jack in the box with that.
I'll tell you. All your folks can't see our faces. That's kind of funny. I don't know what happened, but anyways. So on WLEO, we have a whole bunch of shows, a whole list of shows coming aboard. We got What's on E. Digger's Mind. That's a bad copy. I'm not sure why I got that one, but that is premieres or debuts every day. What is it?
Wednesdays.
Wednesdays
at 3.
Yes. Wednesdays at 3.
You know the time of my own show. Damn.
Yeah, that's okay. It happens all the time. He also does the afternoon flow. That's a bad copy as well. Not sure what's going on here, but nonetheless,
I blame the iPhone.
Tuesdays.
Yeah, that's iPhone technology right there. That ain't Samsung technology right there.
I can't even stand y'all. All right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then on Wednesdays at 7 o'clock, you got DJ O.
Oh, you just messing up all around.
No, I got these images off of the stream. You know what? Forget it. And then coming soon to WLEO on August the 10th, if I'm mistaken, DJ Kells will be, man, that's bad.
Lord, don't you do no promotion for me, bro? I do my own promotion.
I got these images. Stop it! I got these images right off of. I must have did it wrong or something. I should have got.
Hey, you remember when you used to have to go fix the tracking on the VCR?
right. Hello, knob. Hey man, you gotta read that in HD. Wow. You gotta have some HD glasses to read that, bro.
Goodness, you know what? I cannot. All right, and so that's a show, and then we have one more show coming up. I think at the end of August. I'm not sure when it is exactly, but Hip Hop Rejects with our host
August 14th, baby.
August 14th. He's right around the corner, so he
did his own promo.
He did
right.
I don't know.
he came in hot.
You know what? He did come in hot, didn't he? He sound a little aggressive too, didn't he? I don't know.
Hey, if I don't be aggressive and had the energy and exude that confidence about my own show,
boom, y'all.
Ain't nobody else gonna do it.
I'm trying to tell you. Say it one more time.
Bean pie, my brother.
So like I said, yo, this is gonna be a little different. We always cracking jokes, and we probably crack some in this episode as well. But I want you guys to follow the podcast on the Knucklehead Chronicles, it's Knucklehead Chronicles podcast.com. Scrolling across the bottom of your screen there, just go to the website, Knucklehead Chronicles podcast.com. And if you are watching this live right now, and it is Sunday, you eating your fried chicken and macaroni and cheese after church, go ahead and share this broadcast out with your that face he just made. What? Fried chicken and macaroni and cheese.
I believe it.
That's the church plate on Sunday. Don't do that.
Hey man, I ain't gonna.
My boy said he busting a Chick-fil-A on a Sunday. He close. Right.
Hey y'all, like real talk, man. I'm gonna tell y'all the other day, my grandma passed away last year.
Okay.
And last year in September. And I was sitting up there thinking, like, man, I want some fried catfish, some spaghetti,
right?
A big salad, and some Texas toast. And I was just like,
y'all making about that, bro. Right. All right. So this is what we're going to do. We have a list of topics that we're going to go down tonight. We're going to go down those topics real quick. I'm going to try to do some. Oh Lordy, do some segues. I'm gonna see how good I am. I'll see how good I've gotten at doing segues. All right. So before we get into any topics, let me go ahead and
have a show idea. Want to host your own radio show? Are you a DJ looking for a place to showcase your skills? Contact us today at WLEO267radio@gmail.com. We've got a spot for you.
Right. Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest. All right. So the first thing we're going to get into, man, listen, we're going to talk about some current events. The first thing I want to talk about is the state of Florida. Okay. Let's get into this. So can somebody please tell me what the absolute hell is going on in the state of Florida? Ron DeSantis is just running amok down there. I don't know what's going on. What's going on down there, Quinn?
All right. In the immortal words of Charlemagne the God, the craziest people in the world come from the Bronx and Florida. So basically, man, they on that Donald Trump, they still drinking his Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting for them all to, for him to Jim Jones all of them.
I think he's doing that.
Oh, I'm just waiting for the final act of the Jim Jones.
It's the final countdown.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Nope. I like them horns, man.
On in Florida, man. Listen, you guys know that Florida on this past Friday had 21,000 plus cases of COVID, which is in one day.
In one day. Hold on. You know that warning you just heard right now? Get beep.
Yeah,
beep. That was literally my phone. So apparently here in Texas, we are now on high alert with COVID cases now. So I guess Texas wants to follow Florida for some damn reason.
Yeah.
But
Texas governor and Ron DeSantis.
Oh man, they
on some foolishness.
They smoke meth, man. I'm just gonna be real with it. They smoke meth.
I'm with you. But it literally says we are 9 of 10 cases in the hospital that are unvaccinated.
That's crazy.
Can we? All right. Now, before real quick, can we please? And I said this to my wife.
I better say it right. Hey, man, look, man. You've been working on the ass. You've been working on the ass whooping with Jen ever since you hopped that damn broom.
I tell you,
wrong way. You and Terry been setting me up. I feel it.
Ain't nobody been setting you. Have been setting your own damn self up. You've been letting us. You just been doing BS. And when she get to being like Angela Bassett and be sitting up there. Whatever she was saying, Oringo or whatever, and she come out there with that extension cord she done left in. When she come with that extension cord she done left in the oven with a hot plastic and wire and start beating you with it.
Some help with it. I'm gonna lean on you for some help when it does. If it does have EM come, I can't rely on these fools.
I got you, bro. I got you, bro. I'm there for you, man.
But what I was saying, I hope. At least we can get some vaccinations going. I was against it at first, but after doing research and whatever, me and my wife are getting back. We getting vaccinated. We got the shot already.
Cool.
Right
now, I forgot where it was. There's 3 states that's doing some unbelievable. The governors of those states are. I don't know what they smoking on, but it's some good stuff.
Yeah,
they're actually making sure they take care of their people who gets vaccinated. Some states are giving out lottery tickets. Some states are you have a 3 and 5 chances to win a a flat screen TV, or they're doing things to actually motivate you to actually get motivated to be vaccinated. Now, again, is it a risk? Yeah, it's a risk.
We're gonna get them.
All right, let me break this down about the vaccine.
We're gonna get to the vaccine in a minute. Not right.
All right. Okay, go ahead.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there because I got a kind of an idea of how I'm setting it up over here. But I think that Florida, Ron DeSantis is an absolute fool, and he is banning. He's banning people from wearing masks. If you wear a mask in Florida, you get it.
No, you can't make you can't have a mandate for your business or school.
Right. We talk.
So you can wear a mask if you want to, but you can't mandate that people who patronize your business or if you're a school superintendent or a school board, you can't mandate that the students and teachers wear masks.
See, here goes the rights. Our rights are being stripped from us. It's my business.
But that's what they're saying. That's what the other side is saying. When you make mask mandates, that you're taking their rights away from them.
Okay. So here is an argument that I just heard it on TikTok. I thought it was the most brilliant thing that I've ever heard. Okay, so everybody's out here who is saying, okay, well, I'm not going to wear a mask because you're stripping my rights away. Okay, private businesses, they have the right to not serve you.
Exactly.
The federal government has the right to say you have to wear a mask in here. So if you don't want to wear a mask, that's your business, right? You have to wear a mask in these places, or you're going to be shunned. You're not going to be able to get on the plane. Go fly somewhere without a mask.
But see, that's what that like.
Go to the post office. Go to the post office. I went to the post office. You have to wear a mask.
Right. And I went to the post office yesterday. That's where our dumb, slow Peter from Family Guy looking governor, Tate Reeves.
You say Peter what?
He on the dumb stuff like DeSantis. And what's Texas governor name? He sound
Governor Abbott.
Yeah, Abbott. Abbott sound like he used to sit on the fence with a piece of hay in his mouth and spit tobacco. But he looked like he had that. He had the General Lee in his backyard. But they like for real though, man. Like you're sitting up here you have no concern for the people, and you're trying to say that you're stripping these folks' rights, but you're not showing any concern for the people that died from these people. Showing no. Like my thing is none. You made me go buy, and when car insurance was voluntary to buy, y'all made a law for to make people have to have car insurance,
right?
Because you were trying to protect other people's lives and their pocketbooks. Y'all talking about the economy. All right, the economy can still function if you make it so everybody has to get vaccinated or everybody has to still wear a mask. Right. But the economy will still function just like y'all say the insurance companies because they were losing money. Right. So go ahead and save people's lives because they're losing their lives and they're losing their their livelihoods. Right. If I can't go to work for 2 weeks, guess what?
Yeah.
Checkmate. I'm done.
Yeah. There it is. Speaking of mandates, man. Speaking of mask mandates.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
All right. So now we're talking about mask mandate or not mask mandate. That
mask mandate
is the question. I really believe that we are. You know what? I think that this country is headed toward a second lockdown.
It is.
I believe that.
I feel
it. As a matter of fact, my wife, her friend.
Look how he had to catch himself saying my wife.
Look, man. Look, see how they trying to set me up, E?
Yeah, I got you, bro.
Look, she over here. Thank you. You see, E? And she looked straight up when she heard y'all too.
But did she? Hey, Jen.
Ready.
So my babe's friend just got a text. I think it was like 3 to 4 days ago, right? Mm-hmm. And in the text, she has an uncle that's high ranking in military saying we are headed within the next week or two to another lockdown. Nationwide.
Yeah.
And he's high ranking, so I mean, I don't put it past. I'm looking for this lockdown to happen again, and hopefully we get it right. I know Biden is giving these states and governors, the option to to mask and no mask. No, he needs to put his foot on their necks and say, hey, this is what needs to be done.
Yeah,
but
play it out.
This is what Biden trying to avoid.
Lives.
This is what Biden trying to avoid. Biden trying to avoid another January 6th.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. I mean, people are stupid. I mean,
look at the concerts that just happened. The Palooza.
Yeah.
Oh, we gonna get the Lollapalooza.
You'll not see that.
There's another one in that just recently happened. I saw it on Instagram. It's somewhere up in the East Coast.
I got one better. When we went to New Orleans on Bourbon Street, oh my God, Becky and all of them.
Look at her.
Look at her butt. They was so packed. They was on my back. And nobody had on a mask.
I'm telling y'all, man.
Nobody.
If they breathe in my direction, I'm trying to
So,
man,
here go my thing, man. Of course, y'all know I got an autoimmune disease. Right. So I had my immune system squashed. I had little to zero immune system.
Yeah.
I've been fully vaccinated, and I've still been wearing my mask everywhere I go.
Same here.
Same here. Right. So my thing is this: I had to break it down to somebody. It was just like, "Why are you still wearing your mask? If the vaccine worked, why are you wearing your mask?" I said, "Because I don't trust people like you."
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But you're unvaccinated ass, right?
Right.
What you mean you don't trust me? I said, so you're playing this to the left. I said, the thing is, you're playing this like it's not real. Polio polio was real. The chickenpox was real. The measles are real. The flu is real.
Right.
Like people, it's not a big deal because it's not big news, but hundreds of thousands of people die from the flu every year.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make the news because guess what? It's the flu.
Right. Yeah. But you know what else? Is that this new Delta variant? This Delta variant. I was reading this article while you guys were talking, and this Delta variant is more transmissible.
Yeah.
And it's like COVID on steroids.
It's just as transmissible as the chickenpox.
Yeah.
And Kevin will get this joke. I said they named it the Delta variant because they thought the way they murking cats in the Delta of Mississippi.
Whoa!
Wow.
No.
That's cold blooded right there.
Don't you? Why you do our state like that? That's cold. That's
cold. Bro. I mean, facts is facts.
Here's a stat that I want everybody to listen to and catch. Right, the new COVID cases that are going on, 90. The Delta variant makes up more than 90% of those.
Exactly.
Yeah, it makes up more than 90%.
And see, here's all right. Now we don't know if the vaccine works against the Delta variant. I haven't heard. Now let's be real. Let's be real though. The vaccine that we are getting, Pfizer, what have you,
and all that,
it doesn't work 100%. You can still get COVID.
Yeah, you can get COVID, but the thing
is, you won't get as sick.
Right. You it may get symptoms of like a cold or something.
Only makes sense for you dummies. All right. Let me have a conversation with you folks with my camera right quick.
They can't see you.
You know what? I'm so mad right now. God, I don't even want to be on camera no more. Just take me off. No, but I'm saying, but for real though, like please, folks, let's get the vaccine because it only makes sense.
But the sad reality, though, people are not going to get it.
Exactly.
And I understand. See, and this is the part that I juggle with. I don't want to be in a mask all day,
right?
Because one is physically draining.
Yeah.
Like you, I don't like anything like on my neck up for a long period of time.
It's
I understand it. But if that is the way to prevent, if I have to do it to prevent some of this stuff from spreading,
Right.
And this is the good Samaritan. This is the good guy talking right now, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what I got to do. Same way with the viruses. A lot of people that I was talking to, young and old, I ain't getting that. I said, okay, I was like you at one time because I didn't know what it was.
Same.
But I said something. Hey, if you want to go back outside again, if you want shit to sorry. If you want
I don't cuss smart.
If you want stuff to open back up again, this is what you got to do. So I made my appointment, stick. Next appointment, stick. That second one put me on my back.
See, this thing. I had both shots. I had no reaction to neither shot. I had the Moderna. I had no reaction to neither shot.
I knew something was wrong. I knew something was wrong because I can tell when I get sick right up in here.
Yeah, me too.
And I said, babe, something don't feel right.
Right.
And that was after the first shot. And they said, and it's funny because I talked to my older brother and he was like, I got sick. And I said, man, I hope I don't get sick.
Who'd you get?
But see, y'all gotta look at it. I take
Moderna. Okay.
I had the Moderna and I take like a cocktail of drugs like 3 times a day.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of stuff fighting off whatever would have made me sick.
Right. See, one thing that I've actually, and I was reading on it, it's always good, and this goes for the flu, this goes for any shot that you take. I was reading on it, and it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Drink you some orange juice and apple juice. You need the vitamin C to help. It's like a steroid to fight whatever you have. So before you take the shot, 2 straight days, drink you about 2 glasses of orange juice, and it should help.
But right there, after the fact.
Yeah.
I didn't know none of this. Like when I was like, oh my God, I got a fever. I'm sick. Well, you
not mama's baby.
You said, hey, you should have took Tylenol or you should have drunk orange juice after the fact.
After,
And I was like, why y'all didn't tell me this in the beginning? Like,
right? Where were you? Oh,
let me
how
break.
Did Ken Williams say? What were your antennas?
Antennas. All right, so listen. We're gonna move on. We got a few more topics to go through before we get through here. All right, so
hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
All right, we're gonna hit this vaccine. No vaccine.
Vaccine.
Well, I think we've already kind of
let me go ahead and jump on this, Terry, and I'm talking to our people right now. Our people are thoroughly misinformed about the Tuskegee experiment.
Yeah,
we are thoroughly misinformed. Let me break this down to y'all. The Tuskegee experiment was not that they gave those men syphilis. Those men already had syphilis. They just didn't treat them. And if you guys would notice if you actually listen to your history. So read. Take the time out to go and do some things yourself.
Reading is fundamental.
Instead of letting somebody that probably didn't get past the 9th grade tell you what happened.
Yeah.
See, we are a people that cannot understand or accept new things or change. We are known people for that. History tells it. When this thing broke, and when the vaccines and the first thing that people vaccine rolls out, I'm not taking it, but you want to go back outside.
But see, here's the thing though. They've been working. A lot of folks said, man, they put that thing together too fast. No, they've been working on that vaccine since 2012 when the first case of SARS broke out.
I said,
so the research was already there. They just had to, because COVID-19 is a version of SARS.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all talking to the geek right now. I stay dealing with diving into this stuff. What they did was took the vaccine that they had already developed for SARS, but SARS died out, and they adapted it to, which doesn't, when you adapt something, it doesn't take as much time to develop because the base of it is already there.
The ingredients are already mixed. Yeah.
Yeah. So what they did is they adapted it to COVID-19. Now, here's what burns me up about people, especially people in our generation. When we all started school, when we were all born, didn't we all get vaccines and shots?
Right. No joke.
Right.
No joke.
You couldn't go to school unless you had them shots, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here go the next thing. I don't know what's in it.
Right.
Then your ass just eat at McDonald's. Did you see them kill the cow?
I know a girl right now who will fight you and say, I'm not getting my baby. She just had a baby. Well, that was a while ago. And she said, I'm not getting my baby vaccinated. None of the shots. Because I don't want my baby to be retarded.
See, misinformation.
Right.
Guess what?
Said, so I said, so if your child gets severely sick, what's going to happen? What are you going to do?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Misinformation. Genetics. This is why people don't know about genetics. A lot of things are already in your blood because our genetic code mutates. Yes. So when you have children with Down syndrome, when you have children that have ADHD, these are behavioral or metamorphic changes to a child that have existed since the dawn of time, because it's just that they finally gave names to this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
ADHD used to be called, you just called the child hyper.
Yeah.
Right.
That's all it is. Down syndrome, they said the child was either deformed or he was retarded. That's not a good word to use anymore. But the thing is, they actually have names now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not the vaccine. It's the sometimes inbreeding that they do, that people do when they either sleep with their daughters or you sleep with a family member that's too close to you. Sometimes you may run across a cousin or something that you don't even know that's your cousin, and you have a child or something with them.
Right.
Or it could just be in your DNA sequence, passed from generations, and sometimes it may skip 4 or 5 generations. And because you don't know about that past person that had that disease or that deformity or had those attributes, you figure it came from the shots. No, it's in the genetic code that's constantly mutating. We used to have tails, y'all. Some children still born with tails. And I ain't talking about us evolving from no monkeys. I'm talking about because if you look at it, you used to use your appendix. You don't use your appendix no more because the genetic code we are steady evolving as a species.
Now to go on a little bit, just real quick, because I know we got to go on, but just a lot, like Quinn said, if you do your studies, if you actually read, like I said, reading is fundamental. A lot of those diseases were not caught, or actually vaccines were not done back when slavery was. Now, back when slavery, and this was taught to us in history, folks, it's in the books. You know,
it go back further than that, Kevin.
No, I know, but it further, it actually made it, the percentage was really, really high back when all these, you had inbreeds incest that was being done. You had people that were unprotected doing, it got really bad back then. Yeah. So now that, and they're really now, and once those vaccines started coming out, people were scared to take them like they are now.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this. If we had Samuel L. Jackson be the spokesperson for the vaccines, I bet you more people get it. Get your motherfucking vaccine, guys.
No, I mean, honestly, bro, this is the main thing right here. I hate when people throw religion into it. If God put this here, it's God's will. Here's my counter to that. Why would God put something on this earth, but then give the people the knowledge to combat that?
Yeah.
What you think, the devil around here just passing out knowledge?
Let me whistle something in your ear, boy.
Or I hate the fact that you're trying to relate it to, they just trying to put microchips in us. Yes, and they trying to track us.
But
they can do it already.
You know what they say.
They got Facebook for that.
You know what they say. If you want us to know something, or
put it in the book.
Put it in the book.
Yeah.
Because we, us as a people, I'm talking about black people, we don't read worth a damn. You know, we don't read. We do not pick up. When someone say, "Do your research?" We ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? We will listen to 10 other people before, you know, it hit us in the head. You know, we don't read. You know,
y'all want to know where my mom used to hide stuff, because I used to hate reading. She used to hide money in the book sometimes because she didn't have time to take. She know I ain't gonna go to that book.
Right.
So
it could be $200
because if you sitting up there doing this and just flipping pages, you gonna miss where the money is.
And our house got broken into in Mississippi. Guess where most of the money she had 3 months of rent in the books. And when they went through everything, they took the nonsense or whatever. Guess where that money was? In the books. So you dummies that got our stuff, we still had rent money, fool.
All right, we're gonna switch gears. Real quick. We'll talk about something else. Hold on 1 second.
Have a show idea?
Nope, that's not what I wanted to play.
WLEO 26.7 online radio, the hottest in today's new music. Hits from the 80s, 90s, and the 2000s. R&B, gospel, jazz, and indie music, all on one station.
I'm trying to get my show on that station.
I know mine too, man. I'm trying to get it on there.
Can I get a show?
You get that podcast.
I want that.
I heard I need to holler at this guy. I had to holler at this dark skinned guy, and you know what I'm saying, chop it up with him. You know what I'm saying? And then they told me he don't like light skinned dudes. So I had to go humble myself and be like, you know, please forgive me, sir. I knows I look like a house nigga, but
babe, you got some hate in the back. I want to get my show.
Moving on. You know, the world was kind of in the uproar behind Simone Biles.
Yes.
Gymnastics. She sat out the Olympics, and then she actually jumped on the balance beam, and won bronze. I think it was.
Yeah, she won bronze.
She got a lot of heat. But here's the question. The question is, do you think Simone Biles quit on her country?
She did not.
Nope.
She did not. Mental health, people. I will attack this first. And I had a conversation with my wife a couple of days ago.
Look how he's saying it more easy now. There you go, boy.
Hey, the more you practice, the better, baby.
It's only been a week. Give him a week. It's only been a week. So
we had a discussion. Mental health is real, folks. Like, it is as real as, I mean, when you have a mental block, when you have writer's block, and you are depression, all of these things, they're little. It could be, you can have a bad day. That's part of a mental breakdown.
Right.
People got to understand the mind is a beautiful thing, yet it could also destroy us if we are in our own heads. If you let stuff live rent free in your head, of course, it's going to cause you to have a mental breakdown.
Right.
But people, we got to understand Simone Biles, what she did was for her own good, for her
sake.
Safety.
Because she would have got up there and performed, she could have hurt herself.
Right.
Like Kevin.
She could have let us all down.
It ain't even about letting me down. I don't care about somebody letting me down. If that woman would have hurt herself.
Yeah, that's
right.
true too.
Because of her mental state.
How many people in America was gonna go there and be by her side and make sure she was all right?
Right.
So let's.
But Kel, check this out. I relate what happened with Simone Biles. Remember when the Eagles finally made it to the Super Bowl?
White, yeah.
Donovan McNabb was over there throwing up, nervous and everything. Guess what? He had a mental block.
Yeah.
When people blow up in the NBA finals, those are mental blocks.
Yeah.
Athletes, if you ever play a sport and you had them nerves and you don't perform up to your par, you're having a mental block. And guess what? If you were able to overcome that mental block, because just like you weren't able to overcome it because it wasn't that easy, guess what? Same thing went for that woman.
So I talked about this on Tuesday.
Which was a great show, by the way.
Thank you. And I said, put yourself in her shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I was about to go in on Jalen Rose because I didn't watch his video.
What Jalen do?
Jalen pretty much came to our defense, but
yeah,
you know how the internet is. Like, oh, Jalen Rose said something about Simone Biles. I was about to jump all on Jalen, and I played that video with him on the Breakfast Club, and what he said made sense. Michael Jordan won 3 championships, and his father died
and retired.
Yeah, and
retired, and took that mental break. She's 23.
Yeah.
Now I don't know how old Mike was when he did all of that, but this young lady is 23 years old. Pressure is real.
Yeah, no joke.
Yeah.
The world is watching her.
Mm-hmm.
So yet alone, you feel all of that on your shoulder. Right. You have to be perfect all of the time.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And this is all going through her head. Mind you, she has to have a smile. She has to perform. She has to be perfect. Mental health, like Kev said, is real.
And then her auntie died while she was over there, y'all.
Yeah.
Right. So
I know what shit that baby went through. Look here. I'm gonna get to this. One of those tennis players, I think it was Rafael Nadal. I can't remember who it was, but he came out and had everything to say about Simone Biles, right? About how she was a traitor and she's for a country and yada yada yada. The very next day, this young man went to hit and lost his bronze medal match in tennis. And not only did he lose his ever-loving mind, he broke 2 tennis rackets and threw one in the stands.
He had a mental breakdown.
But you
touchdown.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. I don't know what people are doing, man. Watch your mouth.
So what happened right there was that karma came in with the Tecmo Bowl and with the Tecmo Bowl 99 yard
out of him.
Either
the 99-yard touchdown pass on him.
Man.
That Joe Montana to Jerry Rice 99-yard touchdown pass on Tecmo Bowl. That's what karma did to Nadal.
Yeah, that's what happened.
What I don't know about y'all. I've lost a friend. He was real close to me, and it was all over mental issues.
Mm-hmm.
He literally felt the pressure in the oil field. When I was working in the oil field, he had moved to the coast of Texas and was feeling the pressure to keep his family. He was having family issues. Him and his wife were always arguing and fighting, and he was depressed. And they got into an argument, and he says, "All right, I'm gonna end it. Don't come looking for me." And she goes, "All right, cool. You ain't gonna do it. Do it. I dare you." Now of course, you don't tell anybody that has mental issues to do something like that. Well, 5 minutes later, went in the garage. He shot himself, killed himself. That. I say that to say this, folks.
Okay, Dwayne Goodson.
We recently just had someone just like Simone Biles that had a mental breakdown recently. Where she, of course she smoked the weed or whatever. The
Sha'Carri Richardson.
Exactly.
Right.
She had a mental breakdown, and she messed up. She fessed up. She owned up to it. Cool,
right.
But what are we seeing the level of pressure that these athletes have to go through
exactly
just to be in the Olympics, people?
Exactly.
For us to represent our nation, is it that much pressure that we don't even give them just a slight of slack?
They see it, man. They don't care.
Exactly.
They don't care.
Point. So
but here's the thing, though.
About mental issues, you need to you need to have a heart. People need to start having a.
Here's the thing, though, Kevin. Boils down to all. This boils down to is what are we to them, and what we are to them is to be their entertainment, like we always have been.
To say this right quick, to hell with the gold, to hell with any medal. And I'm all for Simone Biles and Richard for their health, for their mental health. Because
I'm with that.
It could be just as easy as my homeboy who killed himself. They could have, with all that pressure on the weight of their shoulders, like he said, they could have done the same thing.
Right.
I don't. My health come first.
Yeah,
always. My health and my family come first before anything else. Job,
anything,
any BS that's out there. My health. I had to leave work Sunday because my side was hurt.
Right.
And, I just left. You know, I told somebody, I said, hey, my side hurt. I gotta go.
Yeah, because I don't know if my kidneys or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I will hope that you be understanding. If not, I really don't care. I'm going to leave anyway.
I'm leaving. I'm out of here anyhow.
Right. Because my health comes first, and mental health is real. I'm telling you.
You can always replace a job, just like the Olympics. That can be replaced. Either you can replace me and put somebody that's equally as better, or what have you. As it is, Simone Biles is already getting cheated in the damn Olympics,
right?
Because of her scores.
They don't score the same.
I was for what, and y'all know, I got my sports page, and I was ready. I had a whole page and a half to put, because I had so much frustration after so much that Simone Biles has done already. She's won gold medals with us before in the previous Olympics. She's do your research, folks. This woman has
in the history.
Do y'all know in her hometown, and actually she's got 4 gyms, I think up to 4 gyms, that she put her own money to put little kids in, just like the Boys and Girls Club, but they don't have to pay. And she actually puts these kids in, so they're in harsh neighborhoods, so they can be safe and actually have something to do.
So right there, Kev, right there. People don't care about that.
People don't care about
that.
Or just like you did the research to find that out, all they worrying about is she going to win that gold medal?
Yeah.
Y'all can see his face, y'all.
I was on TikTok and I was listening to this crazy right dude, Charlie Kirk, I think his name is, and he said he called Simone Biles a selfish sociopath because she's back. I'm like, man, if you don't sit your idiotic, I tell you what, brother, how many medals have you won? Okay,
right,
moving on.
Right, hey, bro, come on now, dog.
You get the
come on, man.
You get to meet me, bro. And so, moving on. So I don't know if you guys have heard, Governor Andrew Cuomo has gotten himself in so much trouble up there in New York
already.
So now, apparently, he has been sexually harassing some former and current staff, administration people, in his thing. And Governor Andrew Cuomo has decided he is not going to step down voluntarily. So President Biden had a press conference today. I'm gonna run that video real quick, because he and the rest of the lawmakers up in D.C. are asking for him to step down. Watch this. Maybe. No, you did not. Seriously?
We're gonna play a commercial right quick.
Yeah, we're gonna come right
skip
quick.
it.
Then now the music one.
Biden on Tuesday joined a.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's take one thing at a time here. I think he should resign.
U.S. President Joe Biden on Tuesday joined a chorus of lawmakers calling on New York Governor Andrew Cuomo to resign after a report by the state's attorney general found that he had sexually harassed 11 women.
I understand that the state legislature may decide to impeach.
Carl Heastie, Speaker of the New York State Assembly, authorized an impeachment investigation into Cuomo.
Introducing Flex.
You know what? I hate this thing.
And only flexible window screen.
And called the 168-page report from the Attorney General's office, quote, disturbing.
I never touched anyone inappropriately.
Okay,
Bill Clinton. In a video statement, 63-year-old Cuomo denied he acted inappropriately and said he had no plans to resign. But the findings could signal a swift fall for Cuomo, who had become a popular national figure last year in the early days of the COVID-19 pandemic. In a Tuesday statement, U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said, quote, as always, I commend the women who came forward to
Step 1, sell tons of lemonade. Step
All right, bro, we get to this stuff because
Ching.
They want their money.
Recognizing his love of New York and the respect for the office he holds, I call upon the governor to resign.
I'm sorry. I want to read a statement. Senator,
There's
Gillibrand.
All the way up. That don't make no sense. All these darn ads. Y'all, U.S. News, y'all wrong for that.
You should have went and got that off YouTube, bro.
I tell you, I wish I would have. Nah, if I know there was going to be that many ads. Anyways, sorry, my audio folks. I was trying to run a video and it didn't work out so great. If you're watching on the video, I apologize. But so Andrew Cuomo has his the start of his fall from grace started back in December of 2020. This is,
Andrew Cuomo had more.
Now
he had a lot more, a few more scandals.
Yeah,
this is the apex of it.
Yeah.
But here's my thing though, like you did this, you're doing this in the midst of the Me Too movement.
So let me break this down to you if you'll let me, because I don't know how informed y'all are about it, but like I sit here at home, do my job, and CNN is playing. And of course, y'all know that Chris Cuomo is his little brother.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to go ahead and get this off my chest. Chris Cuomo works for CNN. CNN is not going to allow Chris Cuomo to talk about his brother. No. There's a conflict of interest clause in your contract.
Right.
Let's get that all over with for people that's berating this man for not talking about his brother on his program. Yeah. Second of all, Andrew Cuomo did what they accused him of doing.
He sure did. I believe that.
And the thing is, just like everything that Trump was accused of, I believed he did.
I was about to say the same thing.
But they don't have that same energy, though, Quinn. You're right. I know where you're going with it.
No, but the thing is, if you believe Andrew, this goes to Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
If you believe Andrew Cuomo did what he did, why in the hell are you still wanting Trump back in office?
Bam.
They don't, because they don't have that same energy. Because they feel Trump is that I don't know.
Not even that.
I'm telling you,
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's what I wanted to say. It's pretty much what Quinn just said. Why you ain't go hard? I mean harder for Trump,
because he was the president of the United States.
It was evidence.
He literally on there said, "I grabbed him by the." He literally said, "I grabbed him by the cookies."
Yeah.
So he was grabbing. He had his hands in the plastic bag, messing with the pink cookies.
Right. So that's my thing. It's like you get on him, but you ain't get on the man that was sitting in the seat.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Sitting in the seat at the time, you didn't go harder.
Right. There's no energy.
Right.
Right.
And I guarantee you, most of the females that are rooting for Trump is doing the hashtag Me Too in the background on their thing. I guarantee you more than half of them are doing it. And I hope you clowns, I can't stand you heifers if you doing it. I just want to, if I see you on the street, I want to punch you in the throat or trip you down the stairs.
But it wouldn't surprise me that all of this is conspired by the Republicans.
It wouldn't surprise me.
And here's the thing: I was finna get me and E on the side. Hey, right. Me and you right here.
Right.
We right here.
Right.
Because here's the thing. They knew it was coming up on re-election.
Right.
This is what always throws me off. It's when, all right, Joe. Let me talk about when the so-called sexual assault scandals popped up on Joe Biden. Joe Biden had been in the Senate over 30 years. Joe Biden had been the vice president for 18 years.
Him too. I said
Joe Biden runs for president and wins the nomination. Boom, here come all the sexual assault that none were proven.
Yeah.
All right, let's throw this one out here.
All right, that's down to a minute and a half. I want to get these two topics out of the way.
All right, so I ain't gonna go into on that soliloquy then. But let's just talk about it like this. Andrew Cuomo was about to exceed his father. His father did 3 terms.
Mm-hmm.
So New York really wants to, the Republicans really want to flip New York Republican, which will never happen because there's too many liberals in New York.
Yeah.
All right. But they want some sense of power. It is easy to pay somebody enough money to go ahead and reveal some stuff. Not saying Cuomo didn't do it, but that girl probably would have took it to her grave. I'm glad she didn't take it to her grave, because no matter, she would have suffered mentally and emotionally, been traumatized from it.
Yeah.
But I do believe that somebody got to her to make her go ahead and spill her guts. And then once one domino fall, the rest of the dominoes gonna fall, just like with Deshaun Jackson.
Why you got to bring Deshaun Jackson in?
All right, moving
Hey,
on.
bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
We got two more I want to get into. One is so I want to ask you guys, speaking of Donald Trump and January 6th and all of that jazz. Do you guys think the insurgents on January 6th are getting off the hook?
Yep.
Hell no, I don't. Because they still looking for him. They still looking for him.
I feel like they're getting off the hook because they ain't getting felony charges.
Wait, what? Oh, I didn't know about that part. Wait,
hold tight. Say that again. Hold tight. They are getting federal charges. However, they're
getting they're not getting real Fed charges. They're not getting They're not prosecuting them to the full extent of the law.
Yeah, they're not going to do that. I mean, but can you imagine though? These people went into the Capitol, spread feces on the Capitol wall.
There's proof,
and it's proof.
Proof.
They didn't get nothing done.
You seen this. I swear. You see this person with a Daniel Boone hat on with his feet propped up on Nancy Pelosi's desk.
Yes. No, that wasn't him. I know where you're going. He was on the
somebody.
He was on the Senate floor. Yeah. Yeah.
The dude from Arkansas was the one propping his feet up.
Yeah.
All of them. Proof.
I mean, they busting windows. They killing. They don't even want to do the commission to investigate January 6th. Them Republicans fighting that thing.
And they got everybody's face. They have everybody's face on camera. The FBI has a face recognition system that they run through. Me and Q got a boy in the DEA. They run the same facial recognition that the FBI runs. You mean to tell me that ain't enough? They should have their own prison for these motherfuckers.
This what gets me right there. Oh, it's not enough evidence.
That's the government.
Hey, here it is right now. Had they been Black Lives Matter marches that happened that last summer, guess what? It would have been it would have been a whole lot of slow singing and coffin bringing.
Yeah, they would have
everybody. It would have been like, oh, we got everybody.
They would.
In this situation, there's no evidence. Come on, man.
They would have shot that thing up on Martin Luther King's birthday.
Right. Right.
Let's do that.
It would have been a whole lot of slow singing and coffin bringing, and I'm talking about they break
one person shot and killed.
And they would have brought the helicopter with the Gatling gun on it, spraying down on the crowd.
Who was the lady that got shot? They said she stuck a head.
I can't remember her name right now, but they tried to martyr her.
Oh my God!
They try to make her just because she was in the military. No, she put on Twitter that she put everything on Twitter, and then she got what she deserved. I don't care what you say.
They even showed her going to the march. She had just come in from wherever she was coming from.
Right.
She was on her phone, marching towards the Capitol. And she stuck her head in the window, just like if I would stick my head in Miss Betty's window.
Yeah.
Bang.
Bang, bang.
But here's the thing. That's going to January the 6th, okay? Because I forgot the name of the guy. He's a governor of someplace. I think it was New Jersey. I can't remember. But anyway, he was giving this speech, and he was inciting this riot. He was inciting the crowd. The whole time, that's how the Republicans knew. That's why they don't want the commission, because this guy was giving a speech, inciting this crowd with body armor on.
He said it's time for us to take. We either gonna go. It's time for us to kick ass and then take names.
Right. He's saying that he got on body armor though.
Yeah.
He already knew. See, and then the reports were that he got reports on Monday before that something was going to go down. And I think, but these guys are getting off the hook. When I say that's one of the insurgents I read the other day got like 8 months.
Yeah,
that ain't nothing.
They're not getting real time,
right? And then another one, an insurgent that was arrested out of Michigan just the other day, he got credit for time served. You know what I'm saying? These patriots, destroyed our capital. This is our sacred capital.
Let's not poison the word patriots. They just terrorists. I'm just gonna put it out.
Yeah, they're terrorists. Like they just call it what it is.
Fight me.
I was being sarcastic, but yeah,
they like real talk.
I don't care. Look, they just like the one that they tried to martyr, the girl that got killed. you went to the military, but you was on Twitter threatening that you wanted.
It was a lot of former military out there.
And now, you know what, man? Like you said, if it was Black Lives Matter out there, or they would have slaughtered.
It would have been
a nuclear bomb on us.
If it was Black Lives Matter out there, that would have been.
We would have been
it would have been like Black Wall Street. Let's just call it what it would have been like.
Right.
It would have been the 2020. It would have been the 2021 Black Wall Street in Washington D.C.
It's a massacre of black folks. Yeah, you know what, man?
But the thing is, that just goes to show y'all we know our limits.
Right.
You better not say racism don't exist. That's part of it right here.
I tell you.
We know our limits, man. We already know. Look, we can march. Yeah, we'll burn some buildings down, throw some rocks and all that. But you better not go mess with them white folks, though.
Let's see. Oh, okay.
Foolishness, man. I swear.
We got 5 minutes. What I want to do is I want to go and have a little fun real quick. I want to go through the 10 worst U.S. presidents in American history.
Trump,
right? Now, don't don't be guessing. All right.
Oak.
Yeah. Wait, hello. I will pull up my screen here.
All right, don't be having no commercials playing this time.
No commercials playing this time.
Lemonade.
Shut it. Okay, so here we go. Top 15. I mean, the 10 worst. All right. Number 10 is Zachary Taylor. This dude, he was only president for a little while, ended in 1850 when he fell ill after celebrating the 4th of July. He probably got COVID-19.
Food poisoning. He had food poisoning by eating bad food.
Yeah. Becoming one of 8 presidents to die in office. Mr. Zachary was number 10. Number 9 is Herbert Hoover. Herbert Hoover was known as a poor communicator, so he couldn't talk. It was fueled trade wars and exacerbated the Great Depression, so he made it worse.
Yep. He let the robber barons get to him. They paid for him.
Exactly. Number 7 is a tie for number 7. John Tyler, president from 1841 to 1845. He was a stalwart defender of slavery who abandoned his party's platform once he was president. So he was the first Benedict Arnold who turned his back on the party once he got what he wanted. He was the first Trump. Anyways, second tie, Millard Fillmore. I don't even remember this dude was president.
He didn't last long either.
1850 to 1853. He backed the compromise of 1850 that delayed the Southern secession by allowing slavery to spread. This dude, he looked like in this picture that he was a slave owner. Look at that white hat.
Yep.
Who gave him that
like
name,
30.
Millard?
Yeah.
Look at y'all 60 his chins.
Millard. Sound like a beer. Pass me that Millard, baby. That's cool.
All right. So number 6, Warren G. Harding, president from 1921, 1923, 2 years. Harding was an avid golfer and poker player whose administration is perhaps best remembered for his litany of corruption and scandals. Oh, man, we had a Trump before Trump.
Yeah.
Number 5, William Henry Harrison, delivering the longest inaugural address in U.S. history. Not sure how long that was, but it was pretty long, I heard. But he was only president
2 days.
Let's see, March 4th to April 4th. So he had a month.
He made a month.
He had a month.
Yeah. He came
That's
down.
a record.
He came down with pneumonia.
And died.
Came down with pneumonia, and he became the shortest president in history. Number 4, Franklin Pierce. Pierce's fervor for expanding the borders, thereby adding several slave states, helped set the stage for the Civil War. He started all that mess. Big boy. Number 3, Andrew Johnson. Johnson survived impeachment after opposing Reconstruction initiatives, including the 14th Amendment. If you know what the 14th Amendment is, I need for you to go ahead and Google that. Number 2.
He should have been number 1.
Number 2, the only living president among the 10 worst presidents in history. Trump is also the only president to be impeached twice.
There's no way Richard Nixon outlasted him.
Please don't tell me Nixon number 1. Oh, it's somebody worse than Nixon. It's somebody worse than Nixon.
He number 2.
And number 1 was Mr. James Buchanan.
James Buchanan. I knew it was somebody worse than Nixon.
He refused to challenge either the spread of slavery or the growing block of states that became the Confederacy. So Mr. Buchanan is number 1 worst president in American history. Mr. Trump was number 2.
Yeah, they need to switch that.
They might even revamp that after all the COVID. He may become. He may become the worst president, but just a little fun to end it. I want to thank you guys for listening to the podcast. I want to make if you shared the broadcast, thank you. I really appreciate you. If you are listening on the audio, please subscribe and download the podcast for me, please. If you're ever so inclined, leave us a review. I want to thank my co-hosts E. Digger, Quinn, and Kev for coming through on the day and talking to me. We had a great time. This was a great vibe. I like this vibe right here. But so until next week, man, you guys have a great one. And we'll see y'all next week.
Peace out.